Greetings from Toronto. Folks, thank you for joining in to celebrate the 37th anniversary celebrations and awards night. As you know, 2020 has been a very difficult and a challenging year for all of us. Whilst we've seen these challenges, we found different opportunities and we are trying to avail and develop on those. As you have seen in the recent past, most of our events have gone virtual. Most of our things we are doing online. So this year's celebration is also going to be a part of our virtual celebration. We are making it slightly different. We have got a special guest. Our guest of honor for the series is no other than our Minister Mary Ng. She's the Minister of Small Business Export Promotion, and we have been interacting with her for in the recent past in trying to enhance bilateral trade between Canada and Pakistan. Folks, I'm going to leave it to you to see and to judge exactly what has been transpiring in the last little while. And this is from the words of our very own minister. So let me bring in Minister Mary Ng.
Hello, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. I'm sorry that I couldn't join you today, but I'm happy that technology allows me to share a few words with you, especially on occasions as special as this one, the Canada-Pakistan Business Council's 37th Annual Gala. I want to congratulate all of this year's award winners for their fantastic accomplishments and contributions to the Canada-Pakistan business community. Your hard work and determination is bringing people together to strengthen the economic relationship between Canada and Pakistan. And we all know that our international community needs to be working together now more than ever. I would also like to thank Samir Dosal, the president of the council, for ensuring that the tradition of the gala continues this year, albeit virtually. The last several months have been an extraordinarily difficult time for people around the world. But for Canada, the path forward is clear. We must continue to protect the health and safety of our people and our businesses by providing them with the emergency supports that they need to get through this crisis. We're also not letting COVID-19 prevent us from supporting Canadian businesses of all sizes scale up and to access new markets in the international marketplace, markets like Pakistan. To do this, open, rules-based international trade, which is crucial to our economic recovery, must continue. This means playing to our strengths and building on our existing relationship, such as the nearly $1 billion in trade between Canada and Pakistan. COVID-19 cannot be used as an excuse to stop trading, to turn inward, or to pull back from multilateral cooperation. Now is the time to strengthen our close friendship and economic relationship with Pakistan. And that's exactly what we have been doing. Just last month, I had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Abdul Razak Dawood. And over the past several months, my colleagues, Minister Champagne and Minister Gould, have been in touch with Foreign Minister Qureshi, and Prime Minister Trudeau has spoken twice to Prime Minister Khan. Those discussions, as well as the dedication of community members like yourselves, will help us get through the pandemic together. I look forward to continuing to work with the Pakistan-Canadian business community to drive a strong economic recovery, help you grow and succeed into the future, and strengthen the people-to-people ties that make the relationship between our countries special. I want to wish you an excellent gala. Thank you, and all the very best for the forthcoming holiday season. Merci beaucoup.
Folks, she summarizes it all. In this year, in the year 2020, a lot of activities have been happening. A lot of bilateral discussions have happened. Business may have been difficult, may have been challenging, but there are other business opportunities, as she has mentioned. So we're going to move together, hopefully work with the governments at both levels, and hopefully we look forward to many, many positive things. As you've heard me before, we are presently working on the Canada-Pakistan web portal, which is being partly funded by the Global Affairs, which will be launched very soon, hopefully, which will have a very, very positive impact in the year 2021, which will help us sort of identify and connect businesses between here and in Pakistan both. So we've had the opportunity of working reasonably closely with the Canadian High Commission, a lot of positive interactions. So I reached out to our High Commissioner, Wendy Gilmore, and I said, you know what, based on the message that we have and what you have seen and what has transpired in the development of these conversations and these exciting discussions on how Canada and Pakistan can be partners to each other. So I requested her to share her viewpoint, because I have noticed the excellent work that she has put in making a lot of such things happen. So let's hear a message from her. This is Wendy Gilmore, the Canadian High Commissioner to Pakistan.
Hello, my name is Wendy Gilmore. I'm the High Commissioner of Canada to Pakistan. I would like to wish all the best for a wonderful holiday season to the Canada-Pakistan Business Council. I was asked by your President, Samir Dosal, to send my greetings on the occasion of the virtual gala that CPBC is doing this year. I know that it's been a challenging year for many different reasons. We've had to learn to adapt to work online. We've had to learn to deal with the COVID pandemic, both here in Pakistan and in Canada. The situation has been really difficult, but I have been so impressed by all of the efforts that have been made by both of our communities here in Pakistan and in Canada to keep the connection strong and to look for innovative and creative ways to work together to increase the relationship between our two countries. As many of you know, and in fact many of you experienced, we had some challenging times in the spring, in particular during the period of repatriation when international flights were cancelled between Canada and Pakistan. The Canadian High Commission, the Canadian government worked to facilitate the return to Canada of almost 7,000 stranded Canadians, their immediate family members, and permanent residents from Pakistan to Canada. This was a cooperative effort involving many different people, and I really do appreciate all of the patience and the support that we received during this time from the Canadian community. So thank you very much. We don't yet have the statistics on what our trade numbers and our commercial relationship is going to look like this year. I would imagine that it's going to be down in some areas. It might also be up in others. I know that our exports from Canada to Pakistan have increased in areas like, for example, canola and pulses and some of our agricultural commodities. I'm also hoping that we've seen increased commerce from Pakistan to Canada. What I do know is that looking forward to 2021, there are opportunities on the horizon. The arrival of the vaccine, both in Canada and Pakistan, the work that Canada has been doing with many of our partners here, especially the World Health Organization, with UNICEF, and with, of course, at every step of the way, the government of Pakistan, to help Pakistan address the COVID pandemic, address its many developmental challenges, and frankly, look for opportunities to expand our commercial relationship. They will all bear fruit. So again, my congratulations to CPBC for your resilience and your creativity this year, and I'm looking forward to working with all of you over the course of the next year to come. Happy holidays.
Thank you, and we look forward to working with very closely with the Canadian High Commission. We've agreed to sort of engage in certain dialogues to see what more we can collectively do as we move forward. So, folks, as part of this celebration, we'd like to sort of move forward and talk about, as you all know, our gala. One of the highlights is to recognize and appreciate the good work that is being done by the people in the community, and we do give out several awards. Folks, we are anticipating that we will have a sequence of events. The first will follow this particular conversation. Then every day for the next 3 days, we will have other events, same time, on the same channels, and you will be updated as we move along. Thank you very much. Greetings from Canada-Pakistan Business Council. Folks, as a continuation, I'm delighted to bring this very, very special program, recognizing one of our very best from our community, It is no other than Mr. Armughan Ahmad. Armughan Ahmad is the President and Managing Director of Digital at KPMG. I'm not going to take a lot of time to describe his resume, but today we are gathered here to recognize his professional excellence. He's being recognized as the CPBC Professional of the Year 2020. This event is being broadcast virtually. So may I take this opportunity to bring Armughan. Armughan, welcome. What a pleasure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for having me.
What a pleasure this is, and great to have you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
So I am going to go straight to a point that I want to share a few things, few videos that I've received from some of our friends, some of our supporters, some of people you will know. Hopefully, some you may have heard of, but I am pleased to present Mr. Navdeep Bains, Minister, as well as a friend, as he himself describes.
Hi everyone, Navdeep Bains here, Canada's Minister of Innovation, Science and Industry. Today I have the distinct honor to congratulate my dear friend Armughan Ahmad on winning the Canada-Pakistan Business Council Professional of the Year Award for long-standing excellence. Armughan, your lasting impact in both your career and in the community is truly remarkable. We share a passion for helping companies innovate and digitally transform, and I'd like to thank you for your amazing work in that regard. One of your greatest strengths is the richness of your relationships, and I am one that's very proud to call you a friend. So thank you for your important efforts to promote diversity in Canada's business landscape and to tackle systemic racism and to support Canadian businesses across the country. This award is well deserved, and I'm so thrilled for you. All the best, my friend, and congratulations.
Thank you, Minister Navdeep Bains. We are delighted to have him speak at the CPBC Gala and speak about you. What a pleasure.
Well, Sarabhai, I didn't realize that you were going to be embarrassing me on this gala evening. So thank you. That's very nice of Minister Bains to say those kind words. I was not expecting this. So now I'm a bit nervous of what you have in store for me. So thank you. You're making me blush. It's very hard to make me blush, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
As I mentioned, it's to highlight the person behind it. What you have done. I have known you for the last 20 years or thereabouts. We were on a trade delegation to Pakistan. We did some amazing work. I remember the story. It is for me, it's just 20 years ago. There was this amazing young man wanting to do something, engaging, wanting to volunteer, wanting to do things. And then fast forward 20 years, here it is. So I'm so delighted to have this. And I'm going to go to another person who you have worked with very closely, and Mr. David Rowling. He's a CEO of JP Morgan Chase, one of the largest investment banks. Let's see what he has to say.
Armughan, I wanted to take this opportunity to congratulate you on being the 2020 recipient of the Canada-Pakistan Business Council Professional of the Year. You are well deserving of such an award for your commitment not only to this community, but I would say more broadly to the communities in which you operate and in which you serve. You bring passion, you bring big ideas, but most importantly, you're a man of action. So not only do you bring the ideas, but you also get them done and execute accordingly. I appreciate the work that we are doing together on diversity and inclusion and your leadership in setting up CELAR to help address some of these inherent issues within our communities. Congratulations again. Super well deserved. I'm proud to be your friend. Have a great night. Take care.
There you go. I thought that was very nice.
It's David and I worked together for many years, and he's one of the best in the industry. I'm so glad he took some time to say those few words. So I don't know what to say. Like this is not expected. This is very unexpected.
Enjoy the moment. Just enjoy the moment. As I've told you, Armughan, many times, that at this forum, what we are trying to do is we are trying to help identify great community leaders. I know you're well known, but yet there will be people both here in Canada and in Pakistan who we need to showcase the success stories. In Canada, I talk about when you come here with almost nothing, with a vision and a dream, and I want to tell people, if you work hard, focus, this is what you get. So here you go. So this is what it is. And I'm actually going to jump off to another interesting scenario. Our team and your team worked together to compile a very interesting short video. Something interesting. I thought people will enjoy watching this.
If technology is the enabler, humans are the transformers of that technology. I came to this country as an immigrant at the age of 15 in 1990. I thought this was a first world country and we were driving so many amazing things. It's one of the reasons I've just come back to Canada, because Canada continues to be a multicultural, diverse country. We have amazing possibilities.
3 words to describe Armughan: passion, purpose, and pride.
His journey in life has been so amazing. He came to Canada alone, and through his hard work, conviction, putting in the raw hours, he made his way.
Every accomplishment that Armughan has achieved was built on his work ethic, his intellect, his ability to rise above every obstacle placed in his way. And there were some.
Armughan, your lasting impact in both your career and in the community is truly remarkable.
Not only have you helped many companies innovate and digitally transform, you've given back by helping launch the Coalition of Innovation Leaders Against Racism.
Armughan's enthusiasm and commitment to helping Canadians thrive and adapt to the changing world of work in Canada has been truly insightful and inspirational.
You bring passion, you bring big ideas, but most importantly, you're a man of action.
He leads with his heart, with his soul, and with his mind.
Tonight is going to be about girls' education, about women empowerment. We have a hashtag that we are calling it She's the Change. She reads, she learns, she leads.
Dad, you've always told me that strong women raise strong men, and to respect the past and embrace the future. I'm so incredibly proud of all the hard work you've done in northern Pakistan to empowering girls like me all the way to ending systematic racism.
One of the greatest phrases that I remember you teaching me is that growth and comfort do not coexist. And that's one of the most important and valuable life lessons that I have learned.
He has excelled at the highest echelons in the United States and in Canada, but he has never abandoned his roots.
One of your greatest strengths is the richness of your relationships, and I am one that's very proud to call you a friend.
I am so grateful that I had the opportunity to learn and earn and return back with his leadership.
You impact so greatly the communities of people that you care about. You're always so loyal, kind, helpful. We all really appreciate you, and I can think of no person more deserving of this award.
Armughan, congratulations on receiving the CPBC Professional of the Year Award for outstanding achievement for both your career success and the impact that you have on the community.
You are well deserving of such an award for your commitment not only to this community, but I would say more broadly to the communities in which you operate and in which you serve.
You are a true example of excellence and professionalism, Congratulations, Armughan, on this award.
I am so proud to call Armughan a friend and a business partner. And I can't think of a more deserving great Canadian to be receiving this very special award.
Armughan, congratulations again, and best wishes from your KPMG family.
This award is well-deserved, and I'm so thrilled for you.
May you always be blessed with the opportunity to give back to the community because you have been for decades.
Congratulations, Baba, on your award. I'm so proud of you. And you inspired me to do better every day.
Well, thank you for sharing such a heart-warming video. I appreciate it. I have no words to describe it. It definitely makes me emotional.
What a wonderful video. I thought that this was amazing. This is what it is. Sometimes one doesn't realize, but mashallah, what you have done, what you have achieved in that very short span of time, this is phenomenal. It says it all. All the top people, all the people who matter, they've made a difference, and you are the one. You are the star for the evening. Thank you.
Well, thank you for sharing something like that with me. I think this is definitely a first in my life, and I appreciate you and my team who collaborated together to surprise me on something like this. I appreciate that very much. Definitely touched my heart.
And definitely, I must say, it's always the team that makes the person successful, and that's where it is. So thank you very much. So Armughan, why don't you talk about your visit to Pakistan and what you have done?
So one of the key things that I'm really passionate about is to ensure, when you come from more from a adverse communities, you want to certainly give back to them. So, I get a chance to visit Skardu or Hunza Valley or Gilgit or a lot of the northern communities of Pakistan where there's lots of children who don't get education, and I'm proud to be working with them, and not only my children, but a lot of my team members who give back to that community, not only the community in northern Pakistan, but also the community in Canada. You'll be surprised how many people and how many youth are homeless and go homeless every night. So I think engaging the Pakistani community as well as the Canadian community is such an important aspect of giving back.
I'm sure pictures say 1,000 words, and you just saw a glimpse of few pictures that we were able to show together. So thank you very much for the work that you do globally in Pakistan, in the remotest of areas, and thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay.
This is a short version of what Mr. Armughan Ahmad is in Canada and the world, and your contributions and your family. So I'm going to just go through, and perhaps let's talk about your family. I know that you are a family man, and just a short brief of your history in Canada, just a quick one, and let's hear you so that people know how people come here, adopt to family life, and work hard and go together. Over to you, Armughan.
Well, just like so many of us who have come to this great country, I always say I'm a proud Pakistani, but a grateful Canadian. And the reason I'm a grateful Canadian is because of the opportunities that have been awarded to me. I came here with no parents and with about $100 at the age of 15. And there's a lot of friends and sponsors and mentors who have helped me achieve what I've achieved. And I would tell you, no one gets to the stage by themselves. There's always a lot of people behind them that help them get there. And the number one of those people is your family. And also I believe in creating lifeline relationships. And these lifeline relationships are not just transactional. Those are the people that really matter to you the most. So, I always say that, growth and comfort doesn't coexist. So, I was certainly uncomfortable coming to this great country by myself. And now, I think, as I said, achieving whatever little I've achieved, it's all because of the lifeline relationships, the mentors, the sponsors, because no one gets to this stage by themselves. Okay. So, the journey of my career, obviously starts from Canada. And as you said, I've had a chance to work for a very long time in the US, Europe, and Asian markets. I'll tell you that, you earn permission to lead, and your title doesn't really give you permission, right? What that really means is, you can be at whatever levels, either president or senior vice president or vice president, director, manager, individual contributor. It's how you create an impact in people's lives, and that's how you are able to invent new products that we invented at HP or Dell or companies like EMC, and now that what we're doing at KPMG. But you have to have the courage to be vulnerable as well. And early on, I led with my vulnerability, and vulnerability I have, for example, is such important areas of me being dyslexic with a learning disability to making sure that I was willing to put myself in uncomfortable positions which I didn't know how to work in, like Europe or Asia markets, didn't know how to speak Mandarin, for example, living in China. It definitely gives you, this growth and comfort doesn't coexist, and that's where real learnings happen. And I always say, if your dreams don't scare you, they're too small. You need to think bigger. You need to stretch yourself as much as possible, and that's what I learned from some amazing mentors and sponsors. And at the same time, I had to unlearn as well. I always say, unlearning is the new learning, because however I may have learned certain things in order to work in the US and Silicon Valley, or work in Europe or Asia, you have to learn new habits and unlearn the old habits. And but you have to, I think, surround yourself with people who hold you accountable, because people who hold you accountable, they matter most for you. And then finally, one of my great mentors once said, that connecting with others is so important, and wherever you are, never eat alone when you're traveling, because you'll meet all sorts of unique people. And I'm sure you and I have traveled to Pakistan and trade delegations, as you mentioned. I know you and Andy Merchant and many of the other people contributing their time to Canada-Pakistan Business Council also share the same values as what I just talked about.
I totally agree. I totally understand what you're saying. I can totally relate to that. Whilst we move on, there's so much more. I have an interesting video from a friend of yours, a colleague, somebody who actually saw the potential in you. I think he saw the potential in you, and that's how you got involved in this role. It is no other than Elio Longo, the CEO of KPMG Canada. Let's hear what he has to say about you.
Armughan, congratulations on receiving the CPBC Professional of the Year Award for outstanding achievement for both your career success and the impact that you have on the community. Not only have you helped many companies innovate and digitally transform, you've given back by helping launch the Coalition of Innovation Leaders Against Racism. This organization connects Black, Indigenous, and people of color to the innovation sector. On top of that, you served on the advisory of the Future Skills Center that seeks to address future skills gap in the vulnerable and hard to reach individuals, and you've always been a strong champion of women's equality. Armughan, congratulations again, and best wishes from your KPMG family.
Armughan, this is amazing.
How are you able to get all of these people to speak? This is what I'm surprised. Like, this is virtual. So when you were inviting me to do this virtually, I didn't expect all of these people to come up virtually.
My friend, this is Canada-Pakistan Business Council, and this is Samir Dosal, the guy who perseveres. So every time I hear something about Skills Center, I think I'm going to show you this video, and then based on that, you just tell us about what this is all about for people to understand.
I'm truly honored to say a few words about Armughan. It's been a privilege working together on the advisory board of the Future Skills Centre of Canada. Armughan's enthusiasm and commitment to helping Canadians thrive and adapt to the changing world of work in Canada has been truly insightful and inspirational. Thank you, Armughan, for your generous gift of your time, your big, bold, innovative ideas, and to helping us bring people and organizations together to prepare Canada for the future. You are a true example of excellence and professionalism. Congratulations, Armughan, on this award, and to many, many years of continued success.
Tell us about.
Well, Future Skills Center, I serve on the board of Future Skills, and Jenny Poulos is our chair. It is a federal government initiative that they are driving in partnership with Ryerson, Blueprint, and Conference Board of Canada, which is really to say that the future, where almost 12% of our current GDP in Canada is innovation economy related. And IDC and the World Economic Forums are projecting that by 2025, it will hit 50% of our GDP. So we do need to ensure that all our talent, millions of people that are in Canada, are upskilled to ensure that they are, they're not jobless. They are working towards the right skills and training towards those skills. And I'm just so blessed to be part of such great thought leaders from across the country, and we're driving the investments in skills from not only the top 25% income earners, but also the bottom 25% income earners, right? So it's a very important aspect. Skills is very near and dear to my heart. I personally continue to upgrade my skills all the time, and to keep up with the very fast-paced innovation economy we're living in now.
Thank you. So, Armughan, you have been giving back to the community in a significant way. I've seen that over decades. What drives you to make a difference? What you have learned about yourself in the process? You might want to just address something onto that count.
So, I'm sure just like everybody else, right? You all, everyone serves in their own way. I know charity is a very, very important aspect of our religion, my religion, but it's much more than that. Generously serving others is such an important aspect of life, because I think if you just make it about your career is one thing, but if you are somehow able to connect your purpose to your career, where career is all about what I say shareholder capitalism, but stakeholder capitalism is about people. And people remember how you made them feel, not how much money you gave them or how much money you made them. I think that's the old economy. The new economy is how you make people.
Can I just pause and request you to talk about CELAR that you co-founded? And let me stop at this point. Hear this out. Hear this amazing guy.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Young Wu, and I'm the CEO of the Mars Discovery District. I am so pleased to be asked to say a few words about my friend, Armughan Ahmad, on an evening where he is to receive this very special award from the Canada-Pakistan Business Council. Now, I could focus on Armughan's incredible career and his accomplishments, his journey as an immigrant, a member of a visible minority, to being invited into some of the most powerful boardrooms in North America. But I was only given 60 seconds, and we would need more than 60 minutes for me to do that topic justice. What I know about my friend is that every accomplishment that Armughan has achieved was built on his work ethic, his intellect, his ability to rise above every obstacle placed in his way, and there were some, while continuing to shine with complete authenticity and integrity in every single thing that he did. Armughan, like me, like many of you, came to Canada with nothing except for his wits, his talent, and his humanity. And these are his superpowers. He has excelled at the highest echelons in the United States and in Canada, but he has never abandoned his roots, his sense of true north. He has always stood up for and paved the way for others. Now, I see this every single week in our most recent collaboration to co-found a national coalition of innovation leaders against racism, or as we like to call it, CELAR. Along with our members, we seek to create opportunities for leadership in the innovation economy from our Black, Indigenous, people of color, and intersectional communities in Canada. I am so proud to call Armughan a friend and a business partner. And I can't think of a more deserving great Canadian to be receiving this very special award. Congratulations, my friend. And thank you, everybody.
So this is what you've done is phenomenal, and I wanted to hear it from you as well as from somebody who is well known in the community. So I know you're getting emotional, but what you do is phenomenal. This is a good thing for others.
As you and I talk about this a lot, and I know you also believe in the same ethos as I do, right? Serving others gives you more joy than serving yourself. And I think the shift that we have seen from shareholder capitalism, which was always about me, and my company or my shareholders, it's shifting to stakeholders and stakeholder capitalism, which is all about people you work with, your countrymen or women, or your, the next generation that's coming up. And CELAR and Future Skills is exactly for that. It is to generously serve others and to lead with purpose. Because, if you look at Young Vu, who, by the way, is an extremely successful entrepreneur himself, who has built companies and sold them for hundreds of millions of dollars for companies, large companies like Oracle, for example. We all look up to him. He's one of the pioneers of the tech industry of Canada. And now he's the CEO. He came out of retirement to run, as the CEO of Mars, which is the largest innovation hub in the world. And for us to together found this organization called CELAR, Coalition of Innovation Leaders Against Racism, it's something very simple, as Young talked about. It's to let's give everybody an opportunity to participate in this growing innovation economy, be it Black, Indigenous, people of color, people with disabilities, whatever the case may be. Let's give them an equal opportunity. And we just recently worked with the Prime Minister's office and Minister Navdeep Bains to really launch the 50-30 plan, which is now the 50-30 challenge, I should say, which is to ensure that the board level and the executive level of Canadian corporations and public sector should have 50% gender balanced, meaning women and other gender balanced, and 30% BIPOC balanced. Because if it starts from the top, then you give everyone an opportunity to participate. So he's just a wonderful human being, and I have such a pleasure to work with somebody like that on this not-for-profit initiative. And it's made up of, by the way, 30 of the most amazing executives of the country who are all believing in the same servant leadership approach. And we can't accomplish any of this without all of them. So thank you for including Young Vu, and I appreciate that Young took the time to share those thoughts.
I hear you. I just wanted to. This is not about CPBC. This is not about us. But I do want to mention that we've had the pleasure and honor of working with Rice and Diversity Institute and Professor Dr. Wendy Suk here, and we have been working in the past. I've had the pleasure of taking her to Pakistan, and I look forward to her Woman Knowledge Hub as we move forward. So here is where we are. I'm actually going to talk to you and ask you a few questions about this automatically leads to empowering others. You always say that those of us who have been lucky enough to have mentors that have helped us along our way. I have had mentors, amazing people in my life who have helped me change my life. It is our responsibility. It is our responsibility, like I say, that we send the elevator down to help them bring them up to a level of their expertise. I think that is something. And here are a couple of videos that I want to share of what you have done and what you have accomplished.
3 words to describe Armughan: passion, purpose, and pride. He leads with his heart, with his soul, and with his mind. For a decade, I've known him as a mentor, as a great leader to help open a door, but he expects you to kick it down. I am so grateful that I had the opportunity to learn and earn and return back with his leadership. I believe this award is so well deserved because he works from his heart, soul, and mind. May you always be blessed with the opportunity to give back to the community because you have been for decades. Congratulations and Alf Mabruk. And congratulations to Canada's Pakistan Business Council on celebrating your 37th anniversary.
Let me, before you say anything, let me bring on another video before we talk about your role as empowering others.
I'm so honored to congratulate Armughan for winning this year's CPBC Professional of the Year award. His journey in life has been so amazing. He came to Canada alone, and through his hard work, conviction, putting in the raw hours, he made his way. And his story is one that genuinely inspires everybody. He's helped me so much as a mentor, always looking out for us, believing, supporting, and literally doing everything that he can to help. Armughan, you impact so greatly the communities of people that you care about. You're always so loyal, kind, helpful. We all really appreciate you, and I can think of no person more deserving of this award. Woo! Go Armughan!
There you go. Go ahead.
Well, it's very nice of both Roland and Anya to say those words. You know, I always say, you need to generously serve others, and both of them do a great job in serving others and empowering others. I say that you have to turn your wounds into wisdom, and the world is what you make it. And both of them, by the way, have done that very, very strongly. And, if you look at Ananya, for example, she's 17 years old who has already created brain-computer interfaces. She's worked at IBM. She's worked at Department of National Defense. She's now at Stanford University, the most prestigious university in the world, right? It's incredible what she has accomplished. And Rola is another one. She, came out of very, very challenging times during the Lebanese war, and coming out of that challenging time, as a mother, and being a child bride, and now being one of the most top executives in the tech industry is just amazing to see. And again, I always say to them, we as mentors only share our best practices, but they all have found like 25 mentors, and all of those mentors make a huge importance in their lives. Just like in my lives, mentors, you always find mentors at different part of your journey, but most importantly, you have to learn it from them, you have to earn it from them, and then you have to return it to others. and you have to send the elevator down to others, or else you don't get to, as I said, the podium by yourself.
I totally subscribe to that. I totally agree to that. It's such a wonderful thing to do, to selflessly give out what you have learned, what you have accomplished. That's the best way to pass it on and moving forward. In the interest of time, what I would like to do, Armughan, is really in closing, I want to hear from you just a piece of advice, maybe 30 seconds if you can take, just to talk to people as to your journey and what you see, how others can benefit out of your role and your support that goes on. So over to you.
Well, thank you, Sir Mike, for this great honor. When you called me about this, I always said there's much more deserving people that you should be considering, but I appreciate you and your team for considering me for such a prestigious award. It means a lot to me. I always say I'm a proud Pakistani and a grateful Canadian, and it's such an important aspect of where your journey, where you come from, and what you accomplish. You never get to this podium by yourself. You get to this podium by so many mentors, mentees, people like you who are working so hard to give back to the Canadian-Pakistan business community. The people you just played the videos for, they all created a huge impact in my life. And if there's any learning that I've had, is more to, whatever I've learned, I have then earned whatever respect I've earned that you're awarding me, and now returning it to others, so that the next generation that's coming after us need to really learn from, what I've learned from you or Andy Merchant or many of the other amazing leaders of Canada-Pakistan Business Council, to now returning it to others. And, that's what I look forward to doing more and more as I continue to, work in all different societies around the world.
I echoing to and building up to what you just said, about 15 years ago, when I was the president of the Rotary Club of Richmond Hill, I learned one thing, is that together we can make a difference. I make it a point, especially when I'm closing my remarks, when I'm standing up at my event, when I talk about it, I always talk about the fact that it's not just one, it's collectively people can do together, and it's together we can make a difference. And at this point in time, I would like to thank you for being with us and appreciate sharing your journey, so that people get inspired by this wonderful country of ours, and by this inspiration, people get better and better and appreciate what this is all about for us.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. All the best.